Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie Berserker. This one is, well, it's a little confusing. But it has your typical slasher 80s teen horror movie in it. A bunch of friends decide they're going to go to the woods to camp out, have themselves a good time, party, listen to music, and everything like that. When one of them decides to tell the story of a Viking that used to roam around the area, and suddenly people start getting killed off one by one by one. So the kids who are named Larry, Shelley, Christy, Kathy, Josh, and Mike are pretty much the ones in this movie. There's also Officer Hill, who watches over the area, and Poppy, who pretty much owns the land that the kids are going to go camp out and have a party at. Well, night falls, and bad stuff starts happening. There's a bear roaming around, and bodies are piling up, more or less. So the story of the Berserker starts getting the kids all paranoid, wondering, could it be possible that one of them has come back to life and is haunting the woods and killing everybody? Or is it that doggone bear wandering around trying to find a picnic basket? Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. Well, long story short, a Berserker does show up, fights with the bear. It's not much of a fight. And then the day after comes along, and the only one still alive after all of this are Larry, Josh, Mike, and Kathy. Because Christy and Shelley get killed off by either the Berserker or the bear, we're not sure why. Officer Hill shows up, sees the Berserker, which he shoots him. And then after everybody leaves, the Berserker is revealed to be Poppy. Because, Berserker Poppy is wearing this sort of bear outfit. And then after the sunlight hits him and everything like that, the outfit disappears. And Poppy just gets up, walks away, and pretty much nothing much left after that. The movie stars George Buckflower as the Berserker, and Poppy, who's been in numerous movies. In fact, he was one I reviewed some time ago called Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-orama. He was also in the very awesome They Live. So, why did this movie suck? Well, I'll tell you the truth. If this movie was remade nowadays, it would probably be even worse because it would make all the characters a bunch of douchey bungholes. Whereas I liked a lot of the characters in the movie, it's just the editing was really, really bad, and you're not really 100% sure who the killer of the movie is. Is it the bear? Is it the Berserker? And the movie starts off badly enough with a Berserker jumping off of a Viking ship and killing the worst-looking puppet bear you ever seen in your life. And then there's this old couple that you barely even get to know. They get killed off. And And for surely the only two people that really honestly get killed in the movie because they don't try to come back to life is Christy and Shelley. And it's like, oh, okay, it's a really messed up movie, badly edited, but, again, likable characters. That's pretty much the only thing the movie's really got going for it. And then the big reveal of Poppy the Berserker was not really much of a shock. But it just seems like that the story of the Berserker is a little far-fetched, and again, it just leaves you with a feeling of who's really doing all the killings? Was it Berserker Poppy or was it the bear? But you have this feeling of, who cares after it's all over with? So, yeah. So there you guys have it, a review of Berserker. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. And if you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie about a camping trip that could have been slightly different, but you felt like it was the same thing, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. I don't know about you guys, but does that kind of sound like the Jaws theme just done on some sort of weird air horn?